All right, welcome back. The only thing that you guys don't see is I had taken out just a couple of plugs and took the sensors off because I'm getting ready to basically just trying to get this prep to get cleaned right now. And then obviously once it's cleaned, then I can start hopefully putting it back together. I do have a couple parts on order. They're supposed to be here hopefully tomorrow. That is the cylinder head bolts that I unfortunately made a mistake and didn't, I only ordered for one cylinder head, not for two. So those are supposed to be coming tomorrow, as well as the camshaft retainer plate, as well as that little got a plug on the back, the little dumbbell as they call it. I guess I can show you. Little dumbbell. That little plug on the back, that's also coming as well. Right now I'm just trying to once again do a little bit of prep, a little bit of cleaning the surface, just for when I go to do the full cleaning with the of the engine block. I have a parts washer that I'll be able to use. It's got bar sol in it, solvent, and I'll get it nice and clean. But for now, I'm just trying to clean the surfaces. I'm not using any pressure. Letting the 320 grit sandpaper do its work. Obviously, you saw I sprayed it with WD-40, a little bit of oil, just to kind of clean the surface. It's not going to damage the surface for sealing or anything. I'm just very picky on when I put stuff back together. I like it nice and clean. That way I can hopefully get a better seal and longevity, because this is going into my truck. And I'm hoping that the truck will last another 500,000 kilometers, in which it already has. So I did think about upgrading the engine, meaning I did think about putting a different rotating assembly and upgrading all that. However, at this time, I just need to get it up and running, and I got to be able to utilize the truck. So it cost about $1,000 to $1,500 to machine the surface, machine the engine, to get it prepped, and then honestly, for what I would want on the truck, it would cost basically $10,000 to redo the engine. That's with me doing it, putting it together, buying parts. And just at this time, I'm not doing that at this point in time right now. I know some guys will take this and probably just say, "Oh, just send it." Yeah. I got the time, so I'm gonna take the time to do it and try and get it nice and clean, and hopefully everything will work out well because of that. Like I say, I'm not using any pressure. I'm basically just touching, letting the sandpaper do the work. Tiny little bit of brake clean. Try this one. This is just a 328 sandpaper. Nothing too fancy. Like I say, very little to no pressure at all. Sandpaper do the work. And just cleaning the surface. I'll do something similar with the crankshaft as well. Only I'll use emery cloth on that because there's a little bit of buildup on it, which is fine. Yeah, because you can still see them. You can still see the machine marks from that. All it did was just clean it up a little bit. I could do this side here. Actually, this side doesn't look too bad. Yeah, this side doesn't look too bad. Still do a little bit of it, but it doesn't look too bad. Sorry, I wanted to use the glove, but let me just check something here. It's about -5 in outside right now. -5 degrees Celsius. So I got some heaters going in here right now, which is minor. It's comfortable. It's comfortable in here right now. Now I'm not doing anything in regards to the transmission. Reason being is because I was recently rebuilt, so I had the shop do that. Probably about 8 months prior, if not a little longer, maybe a year prior. So It's not necessary for me to get the transmission rebuilt. Now I'm going to show you. So, as I mentioned before, I did the cylinder hole in here. More light on this side. So down in these corners here, the very bottom, there's a bunch of buildup. So I use the cylinder hole in order to clean that all up. As you can see, I barely used the sandpaper, but it cleaned the machine surface really nice, so that hopefully you'll get a nice good seal. But you can still see the machine marks from the original casting. I will be cleaning, see the oil holes and stuff. I do have brass brushes. I will be cleaning all those holes because you need to try and make sure the oil galleys are all nice and clear and clean. So just barely cleaning any of this surface. So might concentrate on this area here and this area here. Reason being because obviously that's where the water pump connects to. I want to make sure I got a nice good seal there. That way I get good cooling. So same thing here. You can still see all I did was clean it up a little tiny bit. So I'm going to use a new piece of sandpaper. Sandpaper's cheap. My truck had no issues with cooling. It did actually very well. I know at one point I think I replaced the thermostat, even though I don't think it needed it, but I did do it. Just because at the time I had to replace, I had to actually replace a heater hose. So I figured that the thermostat was cheap enough. I was replaced at the same time. So, there's a couple other things, a couple other parts that I do need to replace on the truck eventually. One is a heater blower motor. Another one is I'd like to replace the fuel pump, just when I get a chance. I have no issues with them right now, for the most part. Heater blower motor, the only time I've had issues with it is when it's like minus 50 out. For some reason, something happens, it just doesn't work. It gives it basically when it's at minus 50, it takes about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then all of a sudden it kicks in. So, but okay, that should be okay. All right, well, that's all clean now, so I got to do a bunch moving around of material and stuff in my garage so I can get get this over to my Varsol tank, solvent tank, and then we'll go from there. Happy Sunday. Enjoy. Cheers.